Okay, so I'm back. I showed you how we would have cracked the password. Uh, and as I told you before, that BlackBerry is a borrowed BlackBerry, and that BlackBerry has kind of been wiped. A lot of this particular BlackBerry has been taken. A lot of the stuff has been taken off, and the SD card doesn't go with it. So some of the files aren't exactly where they should be on that BlackBerry. But I was able to put some back and got some to show you the info.mkf file hidden and being able to extract it. Now, it was saying that the device key, that's actually, it wasn't encrypted by the BlackBerry, I don't believe, but maybe when you just put it in, the BlackBerry just automatically encrypts it. But the best software I found to break even to break the device key encryption is actually the Elcomsoft software itself. They can now break it. So what you would do is you can also decrypt a backup for Apple or BlackBerry. But right now we're working with BlackBerry, so we're gonna try to decrypt the device key on the SD card, and it's asking for the SD card, and it goes to the SD card, and I can open it, but this SD card is not really set up properly or anything, so it's gonna give an error because it has invalid data because it's not exactly set up with all the data from the BlackBerry as a regular SD card would be. I also want to show you something else. Hold one moment. Some of the SD cards are encrypted with a device password, and to get those, you would need to do a dump, a complete dump of the SD card into the into the Elcomsoft software. But once again, this is trial version. We can't go that deep into it. So, but I know the password to my BlackBerry phone, so I'm good. I don't really need to use the Elcomsoft software anymore. The next thing that I want to show you is BlackBerry desktop software. You can download this from the blackberry.com from their software. You can right now, I think it's version 7 and above they have, but I downloaded that first and it gave something called a BBB file, but I didn't really want those because those don't give a complete everything that I want, and the other files like the other data files and settings. So I went down and downloaded version, I believe 6 of the BlackBerry desktop, and that gave the something called a .ipd file and also .cab file, which can be analyzed with our software. So my device is already connected. Well, it's connecting now. Should be connected. Should have already been connected. Let me connect it. You're gonna need this is why you need your password, because when BlackBerry, whenever it even wants to connect through USB, it needs uh, uh, it needs the password. I'm gonna pause the video and work on. Okay, having a little trouble with my BlackBerry desktop and also with my camera. My computer is gonna be moving a little bit slow because it's getting video from over Bluetooth from my phone, and also trying to record the video on my picture-in-picture on my computer. So just bear with me here. And as you can see, I had already backed up this phone, and I had already taken taken dumps of this phone and other phones here, as you can see. But it's having a little trouble connecting right now, so I won't worry about it because I already have plenty of backups anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and close BlackBerry BlackBerry desktop software. Don't really need it. And then what after you? Well, I should have shown you the backup, shown you how you would get the backup. But you would have gotten the backup. You would have gotten the backup by pressing this backup now button, and I would have given you an option where to choose where you can send your backup, and also where you could where you if you want a full dump backup and want to include the media card, or if you want to get a custom backup. So you could choose what you want to get. I've already done it. I got the full including the media card. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this backup, this BlackBerry desktop software, so it doesn't slow down my computer anymore. And also, as you can see, it keeps on asking me to update my BlackBerry desktop software, but I don't want to because I want the .ipd files, as I said earlier. Now I open up BlackBerry Backup Extractor, which you can also, which I had downloaded from Recumbrate.com, or just find it different places on the internet. Googled it. You can find it from different places, but I downloaded it, and these are my backups. I'm going to show you, I believe I want to show you one, the BBB. I want to show you what happens with this BBB. I'm going to extract that to, let me make a folder on the desktop to extract that. So call that current. Where'd you go? Desktop. Okay, I extracted it to a folder, a new folder, and as you can see, that little thing, only the first 5 records is going to show up with BlackBerry Backup Extractor BBE, and it opens up into this like a CSV file right here, and it only takes out just general stuff with the BBB file. Calendar, calls, contacts, memos, MMS messages. And again, I was using a backup that I had made earlier from a different phone. So, and it takes out these. All right, let me go ahead and close this. Now I want to see something else. I want to look at a backup with the .ipd files I made earlier. Go here, open that .ipd file, 573 backup, extract to. Desktop, make a new folder, call it 2, because it's not allowing me to rename. I'll extract it to there. And this again is using BBB. It opens up here. These are the .ipd files, and it's not giving me much. These are some interesting files that I'll talk about a little bit later. But as you can see, it's giving me basically the same thing. Now I want to show a different utility. At this time, I want to show you the IPD file in. I want to show you the IPD file in a different type of viewer. Okay, right now I have a viewer called Rubus open. You can download that from offline. I'm going to open up my IPD file in Rubus. This is for one that I did for the Curve. I can also show you the one for the BlackBerry Bold, but they're both the same. And this is basically, I already extracted it before, or opened it up before, and it shows you, but the thing about this, it's giving it to me in hex, which is obviously not readable by the eye. You can see it's trying to put it into text here, but it's not coming out perfectly right. Hector hid, and that's some of the stuff that this person with this phone had before. And it's even taking settings, Bluetooth settings, options. It's got bookmarks, but they're all coming out in hex, and it's trying to convert it, but it's not converting it properly. So I would need a good hex to, or whatsoever code is converter, so that we'll be able to read these things and be able to analyze it and work with it as a mobile forensic analyst. Show you something really quickly. FedEx account number, that is actually something I viewed in I was able to see that. So I'm seeing this in hex, but I was actually able to see this in actual text on this file. So I'll show you that file again at another with another viewer, and we'll be able to actually see it in his memos. Be able to see it read openly. I'll show you that in a short moment. I want to jump a little off topic here and show you something else that's a little bit different, but this is another software that I found called SAFT. It's a mobile forensics tool, and this is really what I would have loved to grab, because I would have been able to get a physical data acquisition, which is everything, and then it would give it to me just everything on the phone, and I would be able to now either convert it with either XML converter or maybe view it view the plist with command prompt or anything like that, and I'll be able to navigate and see, maybe convert some of the files and see a little bit more in depth. But this needs a certain type of connections. It can't just connect through USB for it to detect it. But we don't have that, so we're not going to use that. And I'm going to move right ahead into something else called Phone Miner. This is going to also trial version, so it's only going to allow me to see 4. And it's going to open up .ipd files. I'm going to pause until we're back up. Oh, we're back up, so let me not pause. And I'm going to open back up. This was BlackBerry Curve. I wanted to show you this again. These are the memos. We saw continue. So we got contact Hector H as before. When you saw with the hex, that's the Hector that came up. And now we look at memos. I want to be careful that I don't show anything. So you saw earlier where it says FedEx account. So that's where it was, but it came out in hex. So I really want to make certain that I'm able to, and I can see some text messages. I want to make certain that I show you the 2 different looks at it. But I would have loved to have the hex to be able to convert directly to a straight text file. Find out how to get it to straight text, so I could have read everything straight from it. Oxygen finally opened up. As you can see, I did some extractions with the Oxygen software earlier. I was in the middle of one and I paused it and canceled it because it was going to give me basically the same limited as what I had earlier, and I didn't want to waste more time with it. But you're able to set up a case with Oxygen, and you can connect a new device. I didn't want to do it too much right now because it's gonna take up quite a bit of time and eat up some space. But I had already created a case, as you can see here, evidence number and the inspector, and when I created it, the type of phone, and the Oxygen software, when it's extracting and pulling the data from the actual phone, when you connect new device, it grabs the IMEI number and different things. But my computer is freezing up a little bit here with this, so hopefully when I get it paused and get everything back and running, I'll be right back. Just realized my face wasn't showing, but I'm here with the Oxygen software. This is me right here, and okay, I got my Oxygen running back again. You can do auto device connection, or you can manually detect it. If you do it manually, you're gonna have to, you might have to download a driver. So I'm gonna do the auto detection. I know my phone and my USB cable is giving a little bit of trouble, so hopefully this works out. And it's telling me I have to close BlackBerry Desktop. You know, it needs to have exclusive access to the phone. It's going to start searching for the device. You got to make sure you're connected when you're doing this. After it detects it like this, it'll give you the option to set up your case and evidence number and all those wonderful things like that. I'm going to stop this right here because it could take a little while and my phone might not connect to it properly, and I am definitely running over the time limit. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that. And when you next see me, we'll be examining some of the things with this phone.